Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real English Talks.
Hello, Gracie. I am so happy to be here today.
Me too, Alex, because today we have a topic that is cool, literally.
Yes, today we are talking about winter and the cold weather. I love winter.
Oh, wow. I am the complete opposite, Alex. I hate the cold.
Really? Why do you hate winter? I think it is beautiful when the snow falls.
It is beautiful for 5 minutes. Then it's just painful. I don't like getting up when it's dark.
That is true. The sun comes up late. But do you like snow days? Do you see snow where you live?
Sometimes we get snow, and when it snows, I stay inside. I don't go outside.
I love to go outside. I love to walk in the snow.
But what do you wear? Don't you wear 5 different layers?
Yes, I wear many clothes. I wear a heavy jacket and very warm gloves. It is necessary.
A heavy jacket is okay, but I prefer a light t-shirt and sunshine.
We are definitely different. When I walk in the snow, I feel fresh and awake.
When I walk in the cold, I feel tired and slow. I need hot coffee immediately.
Hot coffee is essential for everyone in the morning. I agree with that.
So, Alex, what is the worst part of winter for you, even if you like it?
The worst part? It is driving the car. The roads are often dangerous when it freezes.
Oh, that is a great point. Ice on the roads makes me nervous.
Yes, I drive very slowly. I hate driving slowly because I'm always late for work.
See, winter causes problems. For me, the worst part is the cost of heating the house.
Oh my God, yes. The electricity bill is huge in December and January.
I always wear 2 sweaters inside the house just to save money. I'm freezing, but I save money.
2 sweaters inside. That is dedication. But when you are inside, what do you do to feel warm?
I make hot chocolate always, and I sit with the big blanket on the sofa. That is comfort.
A big blanket is the best part of winter. I agree. I put on thick socks.
Thick socks are essential. If my feet are cold, my whole body is cold.
Exactly. And I read a book. Staying warm and reading is my perfect winter evening.
I also watch a lot of movies. We need activities that keep us cozy and safe from the wind.
The wind is terrible. It cuts right through your heavy jacket.
It does. So, Alex, we talked about comfort and problems. We need to talk about activities next.
Yes, I want to know if you ever try winter sports, even if you hate the cold.
Oh, that is an interesting question. I have a funny story about that, actually.
Tell me, what kind of winter sport did you try?
It wasn't a sport. It was an accident. When I was younger, I went ice skating one time.
Ice skating? That sounds fun. Did you fall down immediately?
I fell down so many times. My knees were completely black the next day.
Oh no, ice skating requires balance and the ice is very hard.
It is extremely hard. I decided that day that I prefer summer activities like swimming.
Swimming in the summer is great, but ice skating is a true winter experience.
Maybe for you, Alex, I only lasted 10 minutes on the ice rink.
10 minutes is better than 0 minutes. Did you at least drink hot chocolate afterwards?
Of course, hot chocolate is the only reason to risk the ice.
That is the perfect reward for trying something new, even if it is difficult.
Exactly. But when we come back, I want to hear about your favorite winter activity, the one you do every year.
I have a few. I can tell you about my favorite trip to the mountains next.
That sounds wonderful. Let's hear all about that after the break, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking all about winter activities, and Gracie just shared her very painful ice skating story.
Painful but true. Now it's your turn, Alex. What is your go-to winter activity, the one you absolutely love?
My favorite thing is escaping the city and driving up to the mountains. I love seeing the snow-covered trees.
Oh, the mountains in winter are beautiful. Do you go skiing or snowboarding when you're there?
I actually don't ski. I prefer snowshoeing. It is walking in the snow with special big shoes.
Snowshoeing. That sounds incredibly relaxing, actually. Is it very tiring?
It can be tiring, but it is a great workout. The best part is the silence. You hear nothing, only the snow falling.
I love that description. So you go walking, and then what do you do after the physical activity?
After walking for an hour or two, I always go back to the small cabin and start a fire in the fireplace.
A fireplace. That is the dream. Do you drink coffee or hot tea when you're warming up?
I drink hot tea, usually mint tea. I sit right next to the fire and read a book for hours.
Wow, that is the perfect picture of a calm winter day. That is the complete opposite of my busy city life.
It is important to find that calm time, even if it's only once a year. It resets my mind.
I agree, we need those moments. But for me, staying warm is the primary goal. I hate being cold.
Me too, but you need the right clothes. Do you have a favorite super warm winter jacket?
Oh, I have a big jacket. It looks like a sleeping bag, honestly. I call it my winter armor.
Winter armor. That is a good name. Mine is long and black, and it has a hood that covers my whole head.
A hood is essential. If the wind gets into your ears, the cold feeling lasts all day long.
Absolutely, and you need warm gloves. I cannot use my phone when I wear them, but my hands stay warm.
That is the trade-off, isn't it? Warm hands or checking emails. I choose warm hands every time.
Me too. Speaking of essential items, let's talk about the food we eat in winter. What is your go-to comfort food?
My comfort food is definitely soup. Any kind of vegetable or lentil soup, it warms you from the inside out.
That is so true. I love a good chili. It's spicy and heavy, and you eat it with bread.
Chili is great for a cold night. I also love baking. I make fresh bread or cookies almost every weekend.
Baking makes the whole house smell wonderful. Do you share the cookies with your neighbors?
Sometimes, but mostly I share them with my dog. He loves the smell, even though he can't eat them.
Pat is adorable. My dog just sits next to the oven and waits patiently for me to drop something.
They know when the good smells are happening. So we've talked about clothes, activities, and food.
Yes, and these are all great ways to practice simple sentences. Listeners, try to use the phrase, I prefer this week.
Yes, I prefer hot tea or I prefer a big jacket. Keep it simple. These are the clear words you can use tomorrow.
Exactly. Now, Gracie, we talked about staying warm inside. Do you ever miss the feeling of being outside in the cold?
Miss it? No. But I enjoy walking for a short time when the snow is fresh. The air is so clean.
That fresh, crisp air is amazing. It makes you feel very alive. And the sound of walking on fresh snow is unique.
It makes that lovely crunch crunch sound. But after 20 minutes, I need to go back inside.
You are the 20-minute winter walker. I can stay out for hours if I have enough layers.
You are truly a winter champion, Alex. I'm a champion of the warm blanket and the fireplace.
And that is okay. We are different, and that is why we have so much to talk about on this show.
It makes things interesting. Listeners, remember to check out the description for the simple phrases we use today.
Yes, we always put the key vocabulary there. This helps you steal the sentences we use and use them yourself.
Steal the English. That's the best way to learn. Now we have one final question to answer before we wrap up.
The big question. What is the one thing you absolutely must have with you when you leave the house in winter?
That is a tough one. For me, it has to be a very thick scarf. It protects my neck from the wind.
A thick scarf is critical. I'm going to choose my wool hat. If my head is warm, I can handle anything.
That's a great answer. Hat and scarf, two essential items for winter survival.
Absolutely essential. We hope you enjoyed discussing all things winter with us today.
We certainly did. We'll be right back with our final thoughts after this quick message, so stick around.
Welcome back. Thinking about those essential items, the hat and the scarf, reminded me of a time I was completely unprepared for the snow.
Oh no, the winter champion was unprepared? I need to hear this story.
It was a couple of years ago. I thought I was ready, but I was wearing the wrong kind of gloves.
Gloves are so important. What was wrong with them? Were they too thin?
They were leather, which looks good, but they are absolutely useless when the snow is wet. The moisture went right through.
The wet cold is worse than the dry cold. It penetrates everything instantly.
Exactly. I was trying to shovel snow from my car, and my fingers felt like blocks of ice after 5 minutes.
5 minutes? That is a fast way to ruin your day. What did you do? Did you run back inside?
I had to. I tried to power through for 10 minutes, but I couldn't even turn the key in the ignition. My hands were too stiff.
That sounds painful. That is the kind of situation that makes me want to move to the equator permanently.
I went straight back inside and had to run my hands under warm water very slowly. It took 20 minutes to feel them again.
Wow. So the lesson is fashion gloves are for looking at, utility gloves are for surviving the winter.
Simple sentences, right? Leather gloves are bad for snow. Wool gloves are good for snow. We need to keep our English clear like that.
We do, and we need to give our listeners simple, reusable phrases they can use, like my hands were too stiff.
That is a great phrase for talking about the cold, or the moisture went right through.
I love that. We're giving people the tools to describe their own cold weather disasters, which is a very relatable topic.
It really is. Now, Gracie, we talked about the scarf and the hat being essential when you leave the house.
Yes, those are my two must-have items for walking outside.
But what about your interior survival kit? What is the one thing you need to stay warm inside your house during winter?
Oh, that is easy. I need my electric blanket. My house is old and sometimes the heating is not strong enough.
An electric blanket is pure luxury. I've never actually used one myself.
You are missing out. It is the best feeling after coming home from a cold day. It warms you up instantly.
I can imagine. For me, my essential indoor item is my massive insulated thermos mug.
Ah, so you're carrying your heat around with you. That is very smart, Alex.
I am. I fill it with hot tea or coffee and it stays piping hot for hours and hours. It keeps my hands warm too.
That is a great use of a concrete object. My mug keeps my hands warm. That is a perfect simple phrase to learn.
Exactly. We want our listeners to steal those simple sentences and put them into their daily conversations immediately.
We encourage stealing. Steal all the easy English. Use it today.
So we have talked about clothes, we have talked about disasters, and we have talked about staying warm inside.
It has been a deep dive into the practicalities of winter. I feel like our listeners are now ready to describe the season perfectly.
I hope so. Remember, if you're learning English, describing simple daily things like the weather is a huge step.
It's the most common conversation starter. It's cold today, or do you like to snow? Simple, clear, effective.
We've provided so many simple answers to those questions today. We hope you will check out the full transcript on our website.
Yes, the transcript is a fantastic study tool. You can read the words we said and practice saying them yourself.
Reading the words helps you connect the sound and the spelling, which is critical for learning new phrases.
It certainly helps with pronunciation. We try to speak clearly so you can imitate our rhythm and tone.
And listeners, if you have a favorite winter essential item, maybe it's special socks or a specific type of soup, tell us about it.
We love hearing your stories. Use the comment section below to practice your English. Tell us, what is your winter essential?
Is it a blanket, a mug, or maybe a special kind of book? We want to know the concrete object that keeps you happy.
Practice that simple English sentence in the comments. We read every single one.
And remember, if you enjoyed this discussion and found it useful, please hit the like button. It really helps us out.
Give us a like and share this episode with a friend who is also learning English, or perhaps someone who hates the cold as much as I do.
Share the learning and share the warmth. And make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you never miss another discussion.
We have so many more useful and fun talks coming up about daily life and how to talk about the things you actually experience.
We're all about real, useful English that you can use tomorrow morning when you buy your coffee.
We are passionate about helping you move forward in your English journey with simple, clear tools.
Thank you so much for sticking around for our final thoughts today. We really appreciate you joining us.
We'll be back very soon with more real English talks. Stick with us and keep practicing.
See you next time for another dose of simple, high-energy English conversation.
Keep warm, everyone.
We talked about being inside, but what about the clothes? I need a huge jacket just to walk 5 minutes outside.
Oh, I absolutely love my winter coat. It's long and covers everything, right down to my knees.
That's smart protection. Do you wear a hat too? I always forget my hat and then my ears hurt instantly.
I wear a specific wool hat. I cannot leave the house without it, seriously. My head must be protected from the wind.
See, I think gloves are the most important item. My hands get cold so fast, even if the rest of me is warm.
Gloves are essential, yes, but I also need super thick socks. I often wear 2 pairs of socks.
2 pairs of socks. Wow, that sounds incredibly warm and cozy.
It's the only way to survive the walk to the train station in the morning when the temperature is below freezing.
Speaking of warm things, I always drink hot chocolate in the winter. It's my absolute favorite ritual.
Really? I'm the opposite. I always drink tea, strong black tea with a little slice of lemon.
Hot chocolate feels like a reward after a freezing day outside. It makes me feel happy and relaxed instantly.
Tea is more practical for me because I can drink it all day. I drink it when I work and when I relax.
Do you put sugar in your tea? I need a lot of sugar and marshmallows in my hot chocolate.
Absolutely no sugar. I like the strong, natural taste of the tea. I don't want the sweetness.
See, we have different habits, and that's great because you can choose which phrase is better for you to learn.
Yes, you can steal Alex's simple sentence. I always drink hot chocolate.
Or you can use Gracie's phrase, I always drink black tea. Simple sentences are easy to remember.
So, Alex, when it's snowing heavily, do you prefer to go outside or stay inside all day?
I prefer to stay inside 100%. I watch movies under a blanket and read books. That's my perfect winter day.
I'm the complete opposite. I prefer to go outside and see the fresh snow falling. I love the silence.
No way! Isn't it too cold for activities? Don't you just want to hibernate in bed?
The air outside is fresh and clean. I walk quickly to keep my body moving, and then I come home for the hot tea.
That sounds very energetic. My energy level in winter is 0 until about noon, honestly.
We all have different winter routines, and that's why it's so useful to practice describing them.
If you prefer to stay inside, you can say, I stay inside and read. Keep it short.
If you prefer movement, you can say, I walk quickly when it snows. Practice those verbs.
I think the biggest challenge in winter is the lack of sunlight. The sun sets so early.
That is a very real problem. When the sun goes down at 4 p.m., I feel like the day is already finished.
The short days make me tired. I take a nap every afternoon sometimes.
I try to compensate by turning on every single light in my house to make it feel bright and cheerful.
That's a great strategy. I need to try that. I usually just use one lamp, which is probably why I feel sleepy.
The light helps your energy level. Also, I think eating warm food helps a lot with the mood.
Oh, absolutely. I love making big hot soups in the winter. Soup is the best food.
I agree. I make a huge pot of vegetable soup every Sunday, and it lasts for 3 days.
That is fantastic meal preparation. What is your favorite soup? Mine is creamy tomato soup.
I prefer something heavy, like a beef stew or thick lentil soup. It fills you up and it keeps you warm.
I need to try your lentil soup recipe. It sounds very practical for a cold week.
It is very simple, actually. Lentils, carrots, water, and maybe a little onion. That's it.
See, listeners, we are using simple English to describe food and cooking, which is a perfect daily topic.
You don't need complicated vocabulary to explain your favorite meal or your Sunday routine.
You can say, I make soup on Sunday, or I eat lentil soup. Clear and easy.
We hope these short phrases are helping you build your own conversation in a very practical way.
You remember, we are giving you the tools to talk about your actual life and your daily experiences.
You don't need complicated vocabulary to explain your favorite meal or your Sunday routine. We hope these short phrases are helping you build your own conversation in a very practical way.
You remember, we are giving you the tools to talk about your actual life and your daily experiences.
Not just academic English, but real English for your daily habits and your winter routine.
Before we wrap up this discussion, we still have a little more discussion coming up.
We want to talk quickly about travel during the winter months. That changes everything.
Yes, winter travel is a whole different situation. You need to pack very differently.
And dealing with airports in the snow is always a challenge. We have some vocabulary for that too.
So stick around for that and let us know, what is your favorite winter food
to stay warm.
Tell us in the comments if you prefer soup or hot chocolate. We want to know your concrete choice.
We will be right back with our final thoughts on winter travel, so don't go anywhere.
We are dedicated to giving you simple, high-retention phrases for all situations.
Stay tuned for the final segment of our discussion on talking about winter in English.
Keep listening.
Welcome back for our final segment. We were talking about winter travel and all the challenges it brings.
Yes, I think the hardest part is packing. You need huge jackets that take up so much space in the suitcase.
It's a puzzle. You need heavy boots and thick sweaters, and they fill the bag instantly every time.
I know. I always end up literally sitting on my suitcase just to close the zipper completely.
That is a classic winter travel move. I try to wear my heaviest coat on the plane to save space inside the bag.
That is a smart move, Alex. I hate checking a bag just because of one giant fluffy piece of clothing.
And then there's the actual weather at the airport itself. Snow delays absolutely everything when you're flying.
Snow is beautiful to look at through the window, but it's terrible for air travel. It causes big logistical problems.
You need to know the basic phrase, "The flight is delayed due to weather." That's a very common announcement you'll hear.
Or even worse, the flight is canceled. When you hear that, you need to find a new travel plan quickly.
You immediately have to look for a hotel near the airport, and those rooms are usually full very fast.
So a simple English phrase like, "Do you have any rooms available tonight?" is completely essential for travelers.
Or, "When is the next flight going to Rome?" Keep the question simple, keep the sentence very direct.
And remember to carry some warm snacks in your carry-on bag in case you're stuck waiting for many hours.
A small bag of nuts or a simple chocolate bar makes a huge difference when you're waiting for a delay to end.
Also, I always pack a hat and gloves in my carry-on bag, not in the checked luggage at all.
Why the carry-on? Is that a specific strategy for safety?
Yes, if my large checked bag gets lost in the snow or delayed, I still have my absolute essentials to stay warm immediately.
That is extremely practical advice, Gracie. We're giving our listeners survival English for the travel season.
Exactly, survival English for real-life winter situations, from the bus stop in the city to the airport terminal.
We sincerely hope this entire discussion has given you simple, reusable sentences to talk about winter this year.
From describing the severity of the cold to asking for that necessary hot chocolate, we covered a lot of ground today.
We focused on simple, clear English structures that you can copy and paste into your conversations immediately after listening.
This was such a fun and concrete conversation, Alex. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in and listened until the end.
We are so grateful that you choose to spend your valuable time learning English and practicing with us every single week.
If you found these simple phrases helpful and easy to understand, please take a moment right now to hit the like button.
Liking the episode helps other English students find our show easily, and it is a huge help for our podcast visibility.
And if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe to Real English Talks before you completely sign off.
Subscribing means you'll never miss a new episode or a new practical topic like talking about the weather.
We release new talks constantly to help you improve your listening and speaking skills naturally without stress.
But before we completely sign off and say goodbye, Gracie, we need to ask our wonderful listeners one final question.
Yes, we want to know what your winter routine really looks like when you're not worried about traveling.
Our final question is about your absolute favorite thing to do when the weather outside is cold and snowy.
Do you prefer to stay inside under a thick blanket, or do you go outside to play in the snow or take a walk?
Tell us a concrete detail in your answer. Describe the book you're currently reading or the specific shoes you wear outside.
We absolutely love reading your comments and learning about your daily routines and personal preferences for the season.
Please write your full answer in the comments section below this episode right now before you leave the app.
Thank you again for joining us for this deep dive into talking about winter in simple, practical English phrases.
Keep practicing these short, simple, and high-retention phrases every single day this week. Repetition is key.
We appreciate all of you so much for your support. Have a warm and productive week, and we will talk next time.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye for now.